What's up, Hippo lovers? It is time for two pools, semi-finals. We have in two pools, the top 7 civilizations were picked by the team and the bottom civilizations were picked by their opponents. We have to always pick one civilization out of pool 1 and one out of pool 2. Best of 7 coming our way. Map number 1 is Arabia, and then losers home map after this. Jumping into the action here, Tato and Viper playing against Togao and Miguel. Rumors have it that we might have some attack here of an eagle. And so let's take a look at the civilizations with the sig zoom feature. Mouse cursor goes over here and introducing Togao playing in the green trunks. He is our Inca player, one of the last civilization out of pool 2. On the left hand side we have Miguel, one of the first picks, Mr. Slav. On the very top here, his opponent will be Shadow playing the Archer civilization with the Vietnamese, and the Viper, the guy on the horse, is playing the Yellow Trunks. Exactly what we love to see from him, and playing the Franks. So everything looks pretty standard here. Tough wall for the Viper if we look at his 3 gold spots. Over at Shadow, a bit more of a clumped up map, needs to wall at the front. We are having Archer Civ against Scout Civ on both sides, so should be a tricky one. This is the time, guys, where you put your predictions in the chat. Left hand side, the Viper and Tato. Right hand side, Togao and Miguel. Best of 7 coming our way, and maybe even Jordan might squeeze some games in. We will see about that. Incas and Slavs, I don't see a bad Civ here. Well, Incas going on Archers don't really have an advantage. Incas was one of the last given Civs, though. They are in the center of the pack. 4-1, 4-0, 4-0, 4-1. 4-1. Okay. Is it safe to say that the late Castle Knights flood doesn't work for Heresy, then they get smacked by Frank Cav? Yeah, I think Slavs need to win before we get to Frankish Paladins. Agreed. Especially because Halberd push won't be an option, because look at the distance between Miguel and Viper. That's not going to work for him at all, especially because Tato can intercept this, and therefore I think mass castle push is the only option here for Slavs, but they're good with that, so not a big problem. Another option is also Togao just going some YOLO action here. He will open up with men-at-arms to begin with. Can save one house, so get the barracks up a bit earlier. Can you put ECL colors, please? Red and yellow versus blue and green? I wouldn't know how to do that. No, I can't. They should have done that. I think they screwed this up, but I think those colors are fine. If they stick with those 4 colors, I think that works out. As long as we don't get like orange versus red and green versus teal, we are in an okay spot, I would say. Yeah. Walter dance so much. He's getting weird requests. CA has a feature for that, I thought. Oh, I wouldn't know. I only know that you can go for friend 4 colors, obviously. Kill the sheep at the top here. Rip Barino. Not the vegan way to go. I run up to Fuel Age, the Viper and Miguel earlier here with the Scout Civilizations both playing Pop 20. The Archers players are playing Pop 22. Archer players are, by the way, also men-at-arm players, at least in the case of Togao. Tato, not with the barracks yet, and Villagers pretty late, going on 2 gold here. How do Boyars do versus Paladins? Actually, they win, but Boyars is something really tricky to get to and to produce. But yeah, Boyars would be a sick unit, not that great against Arbalest, but great against Paladins. Yeah, Boyars are a bit like mounted Teutonic Knights. Do they have restarts? Absolutely. 1 restart each, at least in the best of 5, I think. They shouldn't get more restarts. At least that's what I think. And I would for the snake. We have double lumber camp actually for Miguel and 2 farms. Goes for the late horse color here. And, well, looks pretty solid. Farm with 250 food. Tato walls the back, keeps the front open for now. Barracks very late by him. That's a mistake by Tato. He screwed something up. Look at that. 4 wood on the bank and still building the barracks with only 1 villager. Swipe on the right. Exactly. We have the names here. Yellow, and here yellow, and every building and unit is yellow. So, you know, it's him. How would Elite Boya do against Frankish Paladins? I think Elite Boya still are more cost efficient. Okay, first men-at-arms are coming out. The Viper even went for a defensive spearman. And also only 2 on berries. That's something we don't see too often, especially from Frank players. Let's take a look. Viper is going back. No quick walls here on sad ones. And, well, he's pulling them back for now. Is house behind this as well. Now builds the house with 5 villagers. Not the greatest start so far by him. Some small lag, but still everything doable. Archery rangers here from Tato at the front. And, yeah, some walls behind this. Needed a small pause. Maybe a bit distracted. So great to watch AoE tournaments. I'm so grateful that people organize and cast them. Great entertainment. Thank you so much for being around and spreading the love. Oh god, could go for the trap here. No sense to villager back. What? Not fighting with the scouts while the villager dies. Viper with the first loss of the game. Walled the top off now and has 5 scouts. Is he maybe requesting? Could also be an option. Just like 4 archers from Tato, but... well, they will come from the wrong side, so maybe not the greatest idea. If you also want to stop by at Lidakor, you get all his info at !2 pools and give him some love for the tournament idea and the organization. We obviously had a long phase of qualification for this tournament and now are in the final stage. 4 teams invited, 4 qualified. Slav Cavaliers are indeed fully upgraded. And Tato's coming over, sending 2 spearmen with that. The Viper goes for the counter-attack, just hoping that Tato will save him. Scouts are around for now. Mill could die here. Let's take a look. Low HP Eagle Warrior will survive though. Viper, what is he up to here? Okay, still wants to get into berries. He's repairing his mill, something we don't see too often. Tato's coming over with his army and should probably just pass the army of Lugao, get into the TC, and then fight from the right-hand side angle, instead of coming from the left-hand side, and then he's getting pushed away. Meanwhile, Team Heresy is completely walled here and should be pretty much fine. The Viper continues repairing his mill, but loses the mill anyways. Fletching for Tato on the way, wheelbarrow for the 2 Brazilians on the way. Why did Togao choose green here? Does he want to counter Tato's color? I forgot how countering colors work. Well, then you better rewatch the YouTube video where MBL explains how you counter color civilizations. Yeah, Viper stopped by yesterday evening and dropped 25 gifted subs. I was quite surprised with that as well. Maybe as surprised as the Viper that he's getting a raid at his berries. Did rebuild the mill and still in some trouble. This is a really bad start here for the Viper. Nothing to say about that. Will go up to Castle Age at a reasonable time, but still losing 2 villagers, lost a mill, so much repairing, and he scouted 0 damage at the other side. And now archers at the front. I think Togao is in full control here, and I don't really see the Viper blocking this one off. Maybe defensive tower could be an option. His main gold spot absolutely out of control, or not in his control at the moment. I love Miguel in team games. Didn't Fire even say Miguel is the best team game player at some point? like at least from Brazil. So he considered Miguel better than Dogao, Fire, and Rio at that point. I think that's what happened. Viper now forced to build some houses here, defensive tower. So much indirect damage. Well, actually, that's something you could even call this direct damage, right? Oh, this left-hand side is still open. Viper needs to get some quick wards where his scouts now coming back. Shadow could maybe send some more archers over. He has a lot of them at home. Viper will get this tower up, though. Wouldn't it be far smarter to mill the back instead of at the front? Yeah, I can see your argument there. Abantado on the way now, up now as well. Dogao a bit late. 500 food, 200 gold. Not the sharpest build apparently here, although, well, it's quite early. If you reach at 23 minutes, that's still kind of okay with all the men-at-arms he built and all the archers. Double market here. Looks like an early trade started by Tato. Thinks better of it. And deletes the market. Maybe house behind here regardless could be an option. Miguel goes for chain barding armor, scale barding armor for now for the Viper, who wants to catch up to Gao on the way. 23-32. That's still an okayish timing. This game is so entertainment. Yep, agreed. Walls behind here, does not want to see the scouts jump under it. He knows that the amount of scouts is pretty high and does not have the time to wall the front. So walls the back. Sick anticipation here by the Viper for sure. Saves that villager as well and just needs that palisade wall. Oh boy, that was pretty well done by him. And he saw something coming that maybe Miguel didn't even decide on yet. Oh, but this could be... Ooh, puts the villagers back in the last second. But that's still